In this video, we're going to have a look at progress bars or complete progress bars. These act like dashboards, that you can allocate to specific product categories. So what they are is they're really, you may want to fill your data by different departments within your organizations. Marketing, for example, you might want them to, make sure that digital assets are there, that, they may have the right documents, the right attributes. Your tech people might want to update, dimensional information or attributes or other sorts of things. So you can set up these bars, or it could be, your purchasing team needs to update data around pricing. Have they got the right suppliers? Have they got all the costs in? Have they got the information they require from products? So these progress bars can be set up, and configured to what you need them to do. And if you're going into them, you can see within the product that key data has been actioned within them. So we're going to have a look now at where we configure them and how they're used. They're associated with categories. So, that's an important thing to understand. So you can have 4 different categories, different information that you may want to ensure is filled using this technique. So where this happens is, in the admin menu. So these are sort of one-off type configs that you can use. So if you go to admin, you're going into the product progress configurator lists. You want this configuration type called completion. So these signify to the system, to the PIM, that this is a progress bar that you can configure in whatever. You can see from this, if I search, I've already got some, and these are allocated to product categories. Basically, you can also make some as sort of defaults, that if a category doesn't have one, it will show the default. So there's one default you can always use against categories, or you can make your own. So if we go into these, we're having a look at what's actually that. So effectively what we've got is a selection of fields that you want to be populated, and the titles, the labels that, you can change. We can also see, whether it's a default area, what order it comes. So, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3. We can also signify a color that we might want to use, within the bar. So we can select these from a color picker within that. And we can give it a display name. If I press the edit button, you can actually see a little bit more easily, some of the other things that we can do. Equally, we can use these to clone. So if we want to start, say, with our, let's say our marketing completion bar, it's got 3 elements. What I want to do, I could actually clone this. I'll do this later because I want to do one from scratch, but I could clone this, give it a different name, change some of its parameters, colors, etc., add some fields, and then assign it to categories. But what we're going to do is build one from scratch, so you can see. And for this, what we'll do is we'll allocate it to our pharmaceutical list. So if I actually put the correct numbers in, then we're here. So I'm going to allocate something to this pharmaceutical listing here. I'm going to add a fourth bar, so we can do that. So first thing I'm going to do is create this, give it a name. So I'm just going to call it pharmaceuticals, just for, doesn't matter what the name is, but it's just, and I'm going to ask my sales, not my sales team, my marketing team to work specifically on this. So in fact, we won't call it that. We'll just call it, and we'll give it a display name of Pharma Market Team. I'm going to update the products as we go along. We can choose, it's not a default configuration, so we'll sort of just choose a color. Let's choose some form of not green. We've got lots of green going on. Let's choose a yellow or a yellowy type one. So some form of color, and we'll put this as the fourth item in the display. The next thing we're going to do, so what this is doing is basically, setting what the display name is, what the color is that we're showing, and also where it comes in the list. In this instance, I'm going to select some rows. So as you can see, I can see lots of different fields. So in this instance, I want to sort of make sure that we've got an image. I want to make sure that we've got some pricing. This is all of the related fields. So you can choose any of these price items. I'm just going to go down to the product section. So we just make this fairly. Just go down to products. Make sure we've got barcode. Add another row. We've got some bullet points. We can change these labels if we want, but we'll just keep these same. We can move them up and down in terms of the order. So having saved this, I've got my element, and what I'm going to do is just add this now to the categories I want it to be. So I've got my pharma situation. So I want to add it to all of those. So having added all of my products into that I want to associate this is, I'm just saving this down, go back to my, just make sure it's added to the list. This to the list, as you can see, just go back into my product sets, just refresh the screen. And what you can see is we've now got our pharma, elements here. If we then go into the product, we can see that, it's appeared. All of these areas are missing. So, let's go add some data. So let's add it some attributes here. Let's just copy that down, put it to 1, 2, 3, 4, save that down. And what you can see here is that, we've now answered them. We're missing the barcode still. So where's that? We go back to our headings. We can start to see that we filled this data in. And let's just, I think the barcode's over here. And we'll just add. So we'll add the barcode into the page. That was all I was doing. Obviously done the wrong one. So here, what I've seen is that I've actually made a mistake. So, what I want to do is just go and correct this mistake, because actually, I've chosen the wrong field. So I'm going back into the configurator, edit it. I've just added the right fields, the product barcode image. Save that. Just need to refresh them. So these are the two things that I actually want to do. So coming back into the product, I can see that actually those changes have now appeared. I've actually got a barcode, number, and I've also got a barcode image which is required. So, and if I just stick the barcode on the page, just so you can see how that is done. Now I can't actually see it at the moment, but I'll stick it under the system info. I will just put the barcode code itself. So you can see that the barcode sitting there. There's the barcode image generated by the PIM for it. Obviously, these numbers would come from something. This is all completed because we've got all of the data that we want. And if we go back to our list, you can start to see, these items don't exist. So, we can go in very, very quickly, edit the barcode, 456789011, whatever the barcode is, save it down. We're now starting to see that's completed. We've got a barcode. We've got the barcode being generated at some place. So we'll save it down. And that's how you use refreshed. Go back to our front page. And we can now start to see that we're starting to generate key data that we need from various departments using the completion progress bars.